Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm Skylar.
During quarantine, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
It didn't take long for us to become completely obsessed with the show.
But one of the things we love the most are the brilliant end credit sequences.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we're going episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credits.
We're excited to have you join us on the very first Credit Score spinoff, Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due. Whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, it's chip chipperoo, chip chipperoo.
Oh my god, I hadn't.
Do you know why I'm doing
I do.
A Staying Alive disco themed
I do.
intro to this podcast?
It took
episode?
me a second, but I get it now.
And you, my lovely listeners, will get it soon enough too.
I have a glass over there.
Oh, thank you. I've been practicing my podcast voice, and I'm ready to. This is how I'm going to do it from now on. As you'll notice that Bob flips the burger.
That's really good, Max.
Really?
You watch Parks and Rec, right?
Yes.
There's like a local talk show, and it's very much like that NPR voice.
Oh.
And you sound exactly like them.
I think I'll go look for a new career here. I'm here. You're here. Little baby Biscuit is here. He's passed out on your lap.
He's had a hard weekend. He
Yes.
was sick, but he's recovering.
He's doing much better. A couple, Biscuit's not a gassy dog. We're very lucky. And today and yesterday, a little bit gassy. Not so great.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. We had to light a candle. A scented candle.
We did. Actually, we were meditating, and I said, Max, did you fart?
He blames it on me.
I didn't. I needed to eliminate all sources before I blamed it on the dog.
Did you eliminate yourself as a source?
Yeah, but I can do that non-verbally because I know if I farted or not, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know that. So we need to put everything all out there. So I need, Max, did you fart? Did I fart? Biscuit. That's how it should be.
Anyway, so he's recovering.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we start an episode with disco and dog farts.
The two Ds.
Great. Why are you even listening anymore? You got it all the first 3 minutes of the episode. There's nothing else to listen to.
I love it.
That was Skylar, not Linda, by the way.
Tricked ya.
Skylar's got the Linda voice. I've got the podcast
Every
voice.
character, every other character, because they're all voiced by deep voices.
Right.
Yeah.
But Linda is a man's voice.
That's true, but don't you think he like throws his voice a little higher than his actual voice?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's John Roberts has said that it was like an impression of his mom.
Oh, that is
that
so
he used
cute.
to do on YouTube, and that's kind of like how they found him even.
Really?
Yeah.
Max, you've just been sitting on this fantastic trivia.
This is what I want. I want people, they have to keep listening to us, and here and there you'll get little gems about the overall facts about the show
Little
that aren't just
sprinkles
credits
of
related.
gold.
Yeah. And then at the end of when we've done however many episodes they have, 200 or something like that, when we get there, there's going to be a pop quiz. So
You're doing Linda hands right now.
I'm doing Linda hands.
There's going to be a pop quiz.
Yeah. And I expect everyone to answer them correctly. And whoever gets the most answers right, you get a high five.
Okay.
That's all I got.
All right. Lackluster.
Should we get into Bob Pun or Max Pun to
Yes, please.
kind of save us here? Okay. Skylar, your first pun is... The Gorgon Baby Gone burger comes with gorgonzola cheese.
I was just thinking that it could be the Gorgon Girl burger.
Oh, that's
in my
one
head.
too. Yeah.
Bob.
Yes.
Because I'm just going to be honest. It wasn't good enough for it to be yours.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I just realized these are all, I guess,
Gorgonzola?
movie related.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Gorgonzola related.
No, that'd be too much. I mean, maybe I should start doing it by
food category.
Yeah. The Shishito Corleone burger.
You.
Bob.
Okay.
Cloves Encounter burger.
Bob.
Yes. And your final pun is the Mahershala Ali burger. Comes with cauliflower.
Yours.
Yes.
That is so good. Love him. I love cauliflower. You've hit all the right notes.
We can make the Mahershala Ali burger.
That would be good.
Maybe he'll come have it with us, hang out with us.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to happen. Okay.
Okay, should we get into this episode?
Let's do it.
It's episode 14 of season 3. Can we have the title and synopsis, please?
Fantastic title. Lindapendent Woman. Oh, while we're talking about like kind of hard titles to say, a few episodes ago, we kept calling the Phenomamom the Phenomamommy.
Whoops.
Apologies.
We
to
were
you.
On that episode. We were like, you were like raving that you finally learned how to say it, and we said it repeatedly, and
15 million times.
Yeah, and so I know like real Bob's fans were
like,
what
no,
is
it's
this? Phenomamom, because it's supposed to be a pun on phenomenon. It's not Phenomamommy. Yeah, we definitely blew that.
But honestly, saying Phenomamommy is so fun. So that's
and also that was a re-recording because we lost the original episode. I'm pretty sure you said Phenomamom in the original one.
Because I looked it up. I wanted to be very accurate. Anyway, so Lindapendent Woman, love it. And here's the synopsis. Bob, in a crucially idiotic move, tries to question Linda's wacky bookkeeping methods. Feeling very underappreciated, Linda decides to get a job at Fresh Feed, a Trader Joe's-esque grocery store known for its fun vibes and disco minutes.
Disco.
There you go, tying it all together. The kids love visiting her there. Tina has a milk aisle romance going, Jean has the samples, and Louise is fulfilling a lifelong dream, tying shrimp to balloons. We don't really understand it, but we trust her plan. It's Louise after all. Linda loves her job at first, until she starts taking on everyone else's responsibilities and runs the store into chaos. Bob finally apologizes to Linda, just as she decides to quit. In the middle of Fresh Feed, the family reunites just as Louise's master plan pays off. The store starts raining shrimp as the balloons deflate.
This episode came out on February 17th, 2013, and was written by Mike Benner and directed by Don McKinnon. How do you feel about this episode overall?
I loved this episode. It's a really good episode, but I have to tell you that the payoff of shrimp raining from the ceiling is delightful beyond all ends.
It's amazing, and we've talked about this before. The stuff that like really stuck with us during our first viewing of Bob's Burgers, the series, like certain things.
Yes.
Like I think like beef squash was memorable to me, and then Jean being little Bob was memorable to me. The shrimp balloons were something that stuck with us.
It's brilliant.
So much so that to the point that I ended up getting us a mask that has the shrimp balloons on the mask.
Like how
so subtle.
Niche is that mask? DM Max if you want one. It's a face mask that has just shrimp type balloons on it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a polka dot white mask.
Yeah.
The balloons have the little shrimp dangling from them.
So he got that for a present for me, and I do wonder what our neighbors think I'm wearing.
The beauty is that with the pandemic, but you can't get close enough to really see what's on the mask, really.
Yeah.
So it just looked like a polka dot mask, kind of.
I feel like with the dogs, people have been like, who is the girl with the shrimp mask?
The shrimp balloon mask.
Who is that? And I know everybody loves a little meditation anecdote, so I'm going to go there. Every once in a while, Max and I will meditate together, and we did one of his headspace meditations, and the meditation guide said, if you have a thought, attach the thought to a balloon and let the balloon take off. So I'm sitting there, I'm trying really hard. And my head fills with all my thoughts that are shrimp attached to balloons. So when I'm meditating, there's just shrimp and balloons everywhere now, and I can't unsee it. And I have a feeling you guys probably won't be able to unsee it either.
From now on, it also works if you've got to fall asleep. Instead of counting sheep, you can count shrimp.
Shrimp balloons?
Shrimp balloons, yeah. It's a really good episode.
The Trader Joe's thing is hilarious to me.
It is spot on. All of the Trader Joe's, the look of it,
the shelves, little, the signage,
the little sign puns or whatever, the sign
sample thing.
They nailed Trader Joe's.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, let's play Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Okay.
With a milk aisle romance, endless sample station, or a shrimp. It's not a heist, with a shrimp prank.
I have to fuck one of those things.
Okay, what's our version of that?
Like, have one forever. Get rid of one. Like, you don't get to do one, and thoroughly enjoy one for a non-extended period of time.
Okay,
It's
sure.
a little more wordy.
Okay, go.
I would samples would be my forever.
Every day.
Yeah. Shrimp would be my give it to me, but for a limited time because I would probably get sick of it, and I could do without the milk aisle romance.
Okay, I'm gonna go samples number 1, all day, every day. Milk romance, Teen Skylar. I mean, oh my God.
You'd love to fall in love.
I'd love to fall in love in a milk aisle. I would love to fall in love anywhere. And then I don't love touching cold seafood. So.
But if it's attached to a balloon, it can just kind of like drop in your mouth.
That's cute.
Maybe they've been peeled before they were hung to the balloon, and then the balloon, it can just drop in your mouth. You don't have to touch it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like made perfect for someone who doesn't want to touch seafood.
She should have been snacking on them.
Yeah, I think just because it's tied to something, it's
a little difficult.
You got to get that thread out of there. It's kind of like not great.
But you know what? Toothpicks are annoying too, and we've found our way around those.
True.
So.
We could go for some shrimp cocktail. Should we get some today?
Oh my God,
We're getting seafood today.
We're making clam spaghetti tonight.
Can we get shrimp cocktail too to snack on?
Let's fucking do it. You cannot mention that and then not follow through.
Okay. Should we get some balloons and send them off to some people too? Okay. Let's get into some fun facts for this episode because there's some good ones. First, I want to start off with who does the voice of Josh, who is Tina's milk fridge crush.
Who?
It is Ben Schwartz, who I'd say is probably most well known as John Ralphio from Parks and Recs.
How did I not recognize that?
But he's also he voices Sonic the Hedgehog in the movie and in the sequel they're working on. He's all over the place.
We know him. We love him.
Another fact for you is that this is the first episode to be titled after Linda, but not the last.
Underappreciated Linda.
We'll get
it is
some
her
more.
time.
In fact, the script cover, we've talked about how one of the illustrators from the show does every script cover draws something that has to do with what the script's about just for the cast and crew. This one was Linda drawn in the style of Rosie the Riveter, you know, with the girl with the bandana and her hand, her muscle up and says, "We can do it." It was Linda. I was just thinking about that sourdough bread you love so much that also is like a Rosie the Riveter. We can dough it. I think it's we can dough it.
Yeah, we can dough it.
On that.
This is the most expensive bread
It's
ever.
so good. It's such
but
good
it's
sourdough
so worth
bread.
it. If you live in California, look for sourdough with a Rosie the Riveter on it.
I can't remember the brand, but we'll remember it if that brand wants to pay us. So
yeah,
reach out to us.
Yeah.
My last fact I have for you is that in this episode, Gene confirms that he's 11 years old. We kind of heard vaguely, like, I think in the past he said, like, she's half my age. And it was like a 5.5-year-old or something.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting.
He's 11.
So Tina's 13. Well, she started the show 12 and then turned 13.
Yes.
So I guess she's 13.
And Louise is 9, I think.
Great ages.
Should we get into the credits?
Yeah.
Gonna play the last few minutes as always. So Linda has...
Oh, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is this the first time they break into a musical-like number? Do you know?
Maybe. This might be like one of the first real, like, it feels Broadway musical-esque where they sing This Is Working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found it so satisfying and it fit right into the episode. And I love the like singing over each other.
And they start to do a lot more of that. Yeah. It's very Broadway-esque.
Yeah. So it could potentially be the first time.
Yeah. But don't
happens.
take our word for it necessarily.
We are not experts on bobs. We're just huge lovers of bobs.
Yeah.
Let me make that clear.
Yeah. We don't get words like phenomena mom right necessarily, but we love the show and we phenomena mommy our way through it.
And we're always down to be educated.
Okay, so the last couple minutes of this episode is that the fresh food store has gone into chaos because Linda tried to do everything by herself. And now they're leaving the chaos and kind of wrapping things up.
Well, I guess now that I don't work at Fresh Feed anymore, we're back to scrimping and saving.
Maybe we can find other ways to make some extra money.
If there's one thing I know, it's that sex sells. So all we have to do is find some sex and sell it. You're in a dancing mood and you're looking good.
Okay, so right after Louise says that we got to find some sex and sell it, it goes straight to the generic credit sequence, but we have a slight difference. Well, first of all, we hear that disco music, which is from the Disco Minute at Fresh Feed.
Fresh Feed, yeah.
Fresh Feed. And we've got a generic credit sequence with Bob, Louise, and Tina preparing the burgers, but they can hear the music and they're dancing to it.
Yeah.
They're rocking
They're
out a little
grooving
bit.
to
Their little legs are tapping.
I know we covered this in our first episode, but Louise on her tippy toes is still so cute. And so the fact that she's dancing while on her tippy toes is lovely.
Mm-hmm. So they're still dancing. Bob is not dancing yet. And then Linda makes her way into the window. She's swinging her arms to the side and dancing to the music.
Now she's doing up above.
Yeah,
punches
now
up
she's
above
tossing
the
her
head.
fist above the head. And Bob kind of looks at her and is enjoying her dancing. We're still waiting on Jean. And the girls are getting more into it as Linda comes into the window too.
And their dancing is very just like bobbing their knees, which I find endearingly awkward and wonderful. Oh, we got a spin from Linda.
Okay, so Linda spins in the service window, and as she spins, the two girls turn around, and now they're facing us, facing the camera, and they're kind of like swinging their arms
Like
back and
jogging.
forth. Yeah, doing like a jogger move together as Gene makes an appearance from his normal side of the screen, but he's not in his burger costume. He's just rocking out to the disco.
It's like a shimmy shake.
And what else is happening as Gene is dancing?
We get a little dot on the screen at the top of the screen, and as it comes into focus, we see that it is a shrimp tied to a pink balloon.
Dropping in. And then at the very kind of end of the song, Bob hasn't really been taking part in this, but as the shrimp kind of like falls towards the middle of the screen, Bob turns around and strikes like a Staying Alive disco pose, the John Travolta pose, with his spatula, up in the air.
And it's perfectly on the music. It goes like,
It says like woman, I think is the word. Let me go back just a little bit.
Oh, it sounds like Louise is singing. Not Louise, but
So Gina's dancing, the shrimp's falling, and right on woman. And that's it. There's as the music plays, woman, woman, huh.
Do you have the lyrics for us?
Of course I got
Oh my
the lyrics
gosh,
for you.
I love you.
First of all, the name of the song is Can't Get Enough, parentheses, of your woman stuff. Close parentheses. And the lyrics are, you're in a dancing mood and you're looking good. So come on, let's go. The disco bumping and I'm feeling something moving down below. Oh, I can't get enough of your woman stuff. Oh, I can't get enough of your woman stuff.
I'm so glad you found that for us.
Yeah, I'll always, if there's a song, I will track down the lyrics for us because they're so good and you don't hear them really.
No, you can't really hear them.
It's just like, it's just like, oh, it's just disco music in the episode. And at the end, you're like, oh, it's just disco music. The fact that they make these songs, that they're so ridiculous is just
they're such
so enjoyable.
Pitch perfect parodies. And I like that, like it's very like disco-y and dated, like lyric wise, but it also plays into the Lindapendent woman thing too. So I like that.
Highlights, lowlights for these credits.
I mean, the shrimp balloon is my favorite. It's a highlight for me because I think why we started doing this podcast is
for shrimp balloons.
Yeah, exactly.
Please send all shrimp balloons to us. P.O. Box. No.
What was I saying? One of the reasons we started this is I think that when you're watching a new episode, your mind goes, what little details are they going to pop into the credits? And you're kind of sitting there hoping, like, I really hope a shrimp balloon comes down, and it's so satisfying when it does.
Yeah. Again, I think the credits are part of why the shrimp balloon stuck with us. Like,
Yeah.
it was like the final, like, remember this
Yeah.
great payoff? Here it is again, you know?
That's only like, it's like 2 seconds long
Mhm.
because, you know, you see her tie the shrimp and you're like, what? And then you totally forget about it until the payoff. I love the original song. Do you have any idea if they wrote this song for the credits or it was playing during disco hour?
No, I
in
think
the episode?
it's the one that I think that plays in the disco minute.
Yeah, I also like that Bob.
Disco hour. That sounds exhausting.
I can't even. I
Oh my God.
was honestly a little annoyed. I was like, how long am I going to have to watch this in the episode? I also like that Bob joins in. He's so grumpy, and I love it when he just gives in.
I'd say that's my highlight for this is just that they all do something. They're all kind of into it in these credits, which I think should bring us to scoring.
Yeah.
We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's do you want to start or should I start?
You can start.
I'm giving this one 10 H's, and I'm
Okay.
going to tell you why.
Okay, please.
One is it's in the generic kitchen. We love when it's in the kitchen. 2 is the song. After discovering the lyrics and listening to the song, I have so much appreciation for it. 3 is that it's not just the generic sequence and they're not reacting to it. They're all bopping. I love that Tina and Louise are bopping.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously we get Linda coming in and dancing Hurt, you know, and then Jean totally, like, those are so their characters.
Yeah.
They're the ones that would be dancing that much to it.
Hands.
And like you said, Bob joins in. It's always fun when Bob finally, like, gives in to the chaos of his family around him. And he's like, okay, I love you guys. This is great. And then on top of that, we get a shrimp balloon. Are you kidding me?
Like, what?
Yeah.
How lucky are we?
This has everything we need. I don't know how you can't
Yeah.
give it a 10. That being said, what do you give it?
I also just want to say that while I love this episode, it is hard to see Linda not be a part of the restaurant. And so it's so satisfying to see the family back together. Linda feels appreciated.
It's like
and they're having
you
fun.
said a few episodes ago that sometimes the credits like kind of like bring them all back after all the chaos, and now they're back doing their thing. And this one kind of does that. This one's like they're all back, they're all happy, they're all back together, they're not split up. They're dancing to some music and doing what they do best, which is cooking and working at the restaurant.
You have sold me. You have sold me. 10.
There we go. There we go. Another 10. We've had a few so far.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting good.
I just love doing this with you. I think they're so great.
Thank you.
I think
I'm
you're
touched.
great. I think the credits are great.
I think you're great. I think Baby Biscuit's great. I think our listeners are great. I think the end credits are great. I think
See, this is what the show freaking does.
It's-
I want to go cook with you in the kitchen and
we're gonna
have some
do that.
family
We're
time.
gonna do that, and we'll sing. We'll sing. Can't get enough of your woman stuff.
I love it. I love it.
I love it. Thank you, everyone, for listening. That's all we have for you this week. As always, follow us on social media. Bob's credits all across the board. We post a lot of bonus stuff. If you're not following us yet, but you're listening to the show every week, you're missing out on some fun extras on the side.
Yes.
Support us on Patreon.
Yes, please. And if you want to slide into our DMs, Max will totally send you the shrimp mask.
Oh, yeah. I'll track the link. Yeah, just let
Yeah.
us know, and I'll send where I got it from. It's in my email somewhere. Please leave us reviews. We could use more reviews. It would help us out a lot. Again, if you're listening to these every week and you like it and it takes 2 seconds to go on there and click 5 stars and then be like,
I love it.
I love it. Aw, great show. Biscuit is a dog who farts. And what else am I leaving out? Tell your friends about us. Tell your parents
Tell
about
your
us.
mom.
Tell your kids about us. Tell your dog about us. That's it, right? Anything else you got for this crowd here?
I'm just going to say it.
Stay shrimpy.
cocktail saucy.
Oh, cocktail saucy is way better. I ruined it.
Oh.
I ruined it. Do it again.
Stay cocktail saucy.
Love it. I need some shrimp and cocktail sauce.
Let's go buy
Stat.
some shrimp.
Okay.
Let's go.